Hello. It has been a long time since I posted a video that wasn't just a raw clip. It's been 2 years and 2,500 hours of gameplay since I uploaded the first and only progress video for this account. I've made a lot of progress and achieved a lot of things in that time, and I'd like to go over them in this video. If you aren't interested in the recap, then skip to the timestamp on screen for a quick look at the account's current progress and future goals. I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, starting off, May 12th, 2020. This is when I started training Hunter to get level 83 so I could get glories from Dragon Implings. I got to level 65 and then I took a break to do animal magnetism and do some prayer training. At this point I ended up taking a break from the account, so I did some fishing and didn't log in for a couple months. Picking back up on November 8th, we start Hunter again by doing red chins. We are starting at 66, and we get all the way up to 83. After getting 83 Hunter, I went to Puro to hunt some Dragon Implings. I believe I got Dragonstone Amulets on like my 18th Dragon Impling, and then I had to enchant those, but that wasn't too big of a deal. After that, I went to Temple Spiders to throw the chins I had gotten from the Hunter training, and I got to 76 ranged. After getting 76 ranged, I decided to go for a fire cape, and luckily I got it on my first try. That was good because I didn't have many prayer potions left, and it was hard getting the food and all that, so yeah, glad to get that my first try. At this point, I ended up taking a break from the account again, and I just went back to fishing at the Barbarian Pond fishing area. I got 87 fishing, and at this point, I kind of started to have more of a direction for the account, and I decided I wanted to go Blackjack to 99 Thieving. So I did that. After 99 Thieving, I went to get 72 Cooking to do Sacred Eels, which are the eels that you can fish at the Zora area, and they give you Zora scales, so those are pretty nice to AFK. And also 72 Farming, which is the level you need for the increased drop table from Master Farmers. As of early 2021, they updated the table where you needed a certain farming level to get the better herb seeds to combat botting. At this point, the plan for the account kind of shifted because they released the Bow of Faradinin, or otherwise known as the Bofa, around this time. And I realized that the Bofa would be a pretty good weapon for the Pure for a couple reasons. Mainly using it at Shamans and the Inferno, as well as turning it into the Blade to use at Tob. But basically, the plan became rush Song of the Elves and do Gauntlet as soon as possible, so I started working on those skill requirements. So just to run through these skills real quick, I got 70 Mining from Power Mining Iron, I got 70 Construction from doing Mahogany Homes, I did 70 Smithing by buying gold ore at the Blast Furnace, and I did 70 Woodcutting at Teak Trees on Abatol. The final skill was 70 Herblore, which I had been working on passively getting herbs from 99 Thieving. I was able to pickpocket Master Farmers and plant those seeds, so that was very helpful. And around this time, I did Desert Treasure, and at this point, I am all ready to start Song of the Elves. I went through Song of the Elves and didn't really have any issues until I got to the end, in which you have to fight the final boss, the Fragment of Saren. This fight can be very difficult, especially for lower levels, because she has very high HP, and she has 2 attacks, one of which heals her, and another attack that deals a lot of damage to you. And those 2 attacks make the fight very difficult when you have limited supplies and you're an Iron Man. I tried to do this quest at 71 Magic using Bloodburst, using a guide that I saw, where you can basically null the damage from that nuke attack she does, which deals 90-95% of your health. The method that I was using nulled that damage. Even with that method, which is a very strong method, 71 Magic was just not high enough. I just wasn't dealing enough damage to survive the fight. So I had to go back to Thieving. I did Arty Knights and got about 5 mil GP, and then I trained my magic up to 80. to use Blood Blitz, which has a couple max hits over Bloodburst and is just more accurate. So, using Blood Blitz, I was able to easily kill her and complete the quest. Now, with the quest completed, my account at 63 combat had access to all of Prifddinas and, most importantly, the Gauntlet, which is where we will be trying to grind for the Bofa. I started doing Corrupted Gauntlet on this account at 79 ranged, 80 magic, and of course 1 defense. This was extremely challenging because the margins were just very thin on the fight. I had to tick eat all of the boss's attacks. I had to sometimes redemption to gain health back, and just every kill was very close, and it was very strenuous getting these kills. But over time, gaining levels and gaining more experience, they became, less and less exhausting and kind of just more tedious. And I started getting up close to 400 KC, which is the drop rate for the Enhanced Weapon Seed. After about 400 KC, I got tired of playing the account and doing Gauntlet mainly, so I decided to start AFKing crabs on the account. And so I got my melee stats up from 50 attack and 50 strength to about 70 each. That was helpful getting the initial weapon frame. As well, I also AFK'd the magic, and I got, I believe, like 87 magic, up from whatever I was at, like 82. So that was pretty nice going back to Gauntlet, getting that little DPS boost. This point in the account is pretty tedious because all I was doing was Corrupted Gauntlet and then doing farming contracts and Hispori kills, trying to get the bottomless bucket. And that's basically just what I did for on and off 6 months. Sometimes I would take a month or two break. Other times I would, just bang out like 6 hours a day. Long story short, January 9th, 2022 is when I received the bottomless bucket from Hispori at 77 KC. That is just over its drop rate of 1 in 35. I was pretty happy about that, and 6 days later, on January 15th, I received the Enhanced Weapon Seed at 1,185 KC, which is just shy of 3 times the 1 in 400 drop rate. Now that I had access to the FBO, my motivation to play the account completely skyrocketed. I mean, I went from only doing farming contracts and Corrupted Gauntlet every time I logged onto the account to being able to move on to other shit. So right off the bat, I started working on 85 crafting to get my bested slot items, which is the Fury and the Regen Brace. After doing crafting, I decided to go work on getting a Dragon Warhammer from Shamans. And so I went to Shamans and I did 5,000 KC, I did 10,000 KC, 15,000, and 20,000 KC. No Dragon Warhammer. At this point, I was really tired of this grind as well, and I decided I would go and try to acquire the Infernal Cape. Now, the Inferno is already a challenging piece of content for a normal account, but obviously on a 1 defense account, it's just that much worse, and then adding on to that being an ultimate, not having access to the bank, it became a very tedious grind very quickly, and I was maybe a bit overzealous with my expectations. On screen are all the deaths I accumulated over the course of this grind. If there's one thing that I have taken away from doing Inferno on a 1 defense account, it's fuck bats. This grind really started to wear on me, specifically the part about being an ultimate, because when I died, I would have to go Suicide to Hispori and resupply myself properly every time I died, which became very annoying. After about a dozen attempts during the waves, having not too much luck, and kind of feeling demotivated, thinking I maybe wouldn't be able to do this, I started getting to Zuck, and it was very exciting. It was also very fucking difficult, and I continued to die a couple more times. But I was happy that I was even getting to Zuck, I mean, you die at Zuck, and then the next attempt you go back in, you get back to Zuck, at least you have that motivation of like, okay, I can get through the waves, I can get to that little end part, you just gotta bring it home. After 4 Zucks and 22 attempts, I managed to actually survive and get the Infernal Cape on this account at 80 combat. And similar to getting the Fire Cape over a year and a half ago, this felt like a turning point for the account, where I feel like if I can do this on this account, then I really can do anything that I set my mind to. And that brings us basically to present day with the account. Right now, as I'm recording this, I am at 29,000 kill count at Shamans without the Dragon Warhammer. But I'm grinding them out still, and my plan, once I get the hammer, is to start doing Theater of Blood. And my ultimate goal for the account is to get the Dusted Verzik pet, which can potentially be a very long grind, but I enjoy Tob, and after the 1200 Gauntlet and almost 30,000 Shamans that I've killed, I think I'm due for some luck. I also have some other goals in mind, which is I would like to do a couple hundred Phosani's Nightmare kills. I would like to try my hand at some solo cocks once I get a Sang Staff from Theater of Blood. I want to do Slayer eventually, because I'm only 61 Slayer right now, and, obviously there's a lot of items to come from Slayer. But the primary goal is to get the hammer and go to Theater of Blood. There are some accomplishments that I've made on this account that I did not add to the video, as I felt that the video is already going to drag on a little bit, but I'll run by them now, just so we're on the same page. So, April 16th, 2021, I got Ranger Boots at 155 mediums. I don't have a screenshot because it's a 6-piece set, but I completed the Bando's Vestment set around the same time as the Ranger Boots. And that's important for a ultimate because you need the full set of something to store it in your POH and take out the pieces at will. And as one defense, the Vestment kit is basically my best in slot. On January 11th, 2022, during the Gauntlet grind, I received Spike Manacles at 327 medium clues. It was actually funny the way I got these because I was getting some caskets during the CG grind, doing some stone chests, and I accidentally clicked the casket unintentionally, and it just had manacles in it, and I was like, oh, well, fuck yeah, I'm done with medium clues. So that was fun. February 3rd, I hit level 99 ranged at Shamans. I think that was around 10,000 KC or so. I don't really remember. And on February 9th, I received the Fury Ornament Kit from my 16th Elite Clue. I really love the way this amulet looks, and since the Fury is best in slot for Pure, I was pretty happy with it. So, I hope this video gave you a good idea of the account's current progression, and will give you the context going forward for future videos. I am currently at about 2,800 hours played on the account, and hopefully by 3,000 I will have the Dragon Warhammer. I hope this video didn't bore you too much, and if you did stick around this far, I do appreciate it. I intend to upload more progress videos for this account, and I also want to stream a lot of the TOB that I'll be doing on the account, which I will link my Twitch in the description of this video. So yeah, that is the video. I really hope everyone enjoyed it, and I will hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.